Hi, hello, how are you? Amanda, Seint artist. We're gonna do our makeup in the car. You requested it, so I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do my full face, so this is gonna be probably a little bit longer. This is my gym palette. I went to the gym today, so I'm a little extra red. Wow, look at this. This is looking extra rough today. My face has stuff today. Wow, it's really showing up today. There are days that are worse than others, but this, look at that. This is what I work with. All right, so we're gonna do this. I have my eyeshadow in here and I have my face in here. I'm gonna do my eyes first. I'm gonna keep it really simple. I've been loving the purple brown combo, so I'm gonna play with that. I've got my brushes and stuff right here. So we're gonna dig in. I'm gonna get my blend brush to get started. I'm gonna try to whip this out pretty quick because I don't usually do my whole face in one sitting, but it's a car tutorial and we should. So I'm gonna go into my brightening highlight and I'm just gonna cancel out the discoloration on my lids. And lately, okay, my under eyes have just not been agreeing with Demi. To me, my under eyes have just been looking muddy after I put my makeup on. I don't know why, if it's just, I don't know, but I've been using the blushes, lip and cheek colors, there we go, and been really loving it. So I'm just gonna pop my setting powder on top, and then we're gonna dig in. I'm gonna keep it pretty neutral. I mean, I always keep it neutral. Let's be real here. It's always neutral. So these are the eyeshadows I keep in my gym palette. These are my wild colors where I really don't use these. Gold is not my jam, but I put it in here hoping it would be. But the first color I'm going to go into is Drift. It's this champagne shimmer, and I'm going to go in with the eyeshadow brush, and I'm going to pop this on my brow bone. I do this because I'm hooded. I talk about this all the time. You guys, doing my makeup in my car is hard. And I'm gonna wait for this person to walk by before they see that I'm doing a tutorial. There, they're gone. Okay, the next color I'm going to go into, gosh, this is super hard. I've been really struggling with this. I'm gonna go into Havana. It is this orange color. It's more of a summer orange, and I'm gonna put this up top, up high. I really love this. I'm gonna clean this brush out a bit. But I'm gonna go into Havana, and it's just gonna come up here. I really like this for summer. It's really bright. It's not wild and crazy the way that Leo can be. So I'm just gonna keep this nice and light, and then I'm gonna go into Revival. So when I'm pushing this on, I keep this really high. I like using a fluffy brush because it really just spreads it all out. And then I'm going to next, what do I wanna do? We're gonna go into Revival. Look at how dark that is. I'm gonna try to make this look like Lullaby. I've been really liking Lullaby at home. I'm going to push this on the lower part of my brow bone and across, and kind of just keeping this on the top part of my crease, but I'm tapping it in really light, and I'm going to go in on this outer corner, pulling it out past. I want this light. I don't want it deep. I've been having a hard time with deep colors where it just makes my eyes look extra mature. But look at this, super pretty. Okay, so Revival, keeping it nice and light. I'm gonna tap it on that outer corner. I'm gonna tap it in, tap it off, and then I'm gonna go on that lower part of the brow bone. I keep the brush at this deep angle and then push up and over, and that's how I roll. And then I'm building until I'm happy because I don't want it to be deep and moody. I'm doing reading group today, so we're gonna keep this nice and light. All right, the next color I'm going to go into is Trust. I use this for my brows. I'm going to go in on the small end, tap it in, I'm going to tap it off. I'm going to go down on the lower part of my lash line, and then I'm going to push this up. I'm just flicking this up. I'm going to grab a little more, and I'm going to push this onto my lash line a little. I have a hard time because I can't wink this eye, but I'm just winging this up. I'm not keeping it super dark. Okay, going into Trust again. Sorry, there's a girl with some very cute hair. All right, so going in on the lower lash line again. I like the last outer half to be a little deeper. I for some reason think that it looks like I've got old lady eyes when I do that. So again, pushing on that lash line, you can see because I can actually close this eye, pushing down, but also pulling out, and that's it. I'm gonna use that fluffy end and I'm just gonna blend it out a little. That's how I like my eyes. I'm going to go back into Drift. This is my favorite. Drift is hands down my favorite, and I'm going to go on my lid. I have As You Wish. I have a hard time picking it up. I don't know why. And so I'm going to take the fluffy end, and I'm just going to dust this because I want it nice but subtle. But every time I put Drift on my lids, everybody always asks, well, what eyeshadow is that? Drift. It's always Drift. If you don't know, it's always Drift. Okay, we're going to go into my brows. I'm going to comb them up, comb them over. Boom, boom. Going in on the angle and going into Trust, tapping it off. And we're going to hard line, going in on this bottom corner. You can barely see my lashes, or my, are they lashes? No, they're brow hair, but you can barely see them. So I just do a hard line at the bottom, and then I outline my brow. And I just follow the natural flow of the hairs. I have something in my hair right here. Anyway, we're just gonna push this over, and I'm just extending the tail because I don't have one because I overplucked in the early 90s. All right, so we're going up and over. I mean, we've been overplucking our brows for decades, right? Decades. I mean, think of what the eyebrows looked like in the 20s. It was a lot. Okay. Let's see. So we're going in. I'm grabbing that Trust again. It's always Trust. And I'm just flicking up in the front for little hair strokes. And I'm filling it in, filling it over. It is hot over here. I just said it's hot here. I'm not wearing a coat today. Do you know what hot is for me? Hot for us in Oregon? 55. Yeah. Yeah, it's 55 and hot. My car's hot. I have the AC roaring. All right, so I'm going to take this and I'm just going to comb it up and over. This just picks up the excess. I'm not using a brow wax. Just picking up the excess, and it just blends it out really nice. So again, we're going to grab it, and we're going to hard line this. And I'm going to do a challenge really quick. I'm outside of Ulta, and the other day, last week, I believe, I forgot all my makeup. I forgot this bag in my office. For some reason, I brought it inside and I can't remember why. And I want to do a proper comparison. There are people who ride or die love their makeup. Now, I've tried IT Cosmetics because people tell me they can't quit it. And I'm not going to lie, it's really hard. If you've used Seint for even a month, go try your old makeup. You probably still got it if it's only been 30 days. Go try it. Go try it. You'll see. You'll see why all the Seint people are the Seint people. It is different. It's different. But I'm wondering what everybody's favorite foundations are. I'm tempted to get the Estee Lauder Double Wear to just try it out using that Tarte concealer and trying a good side by side. But I want to know what everybody's using. I mean, I've been using Seint for over 3 years, so I don't know what everybody's favorites are. So who am I to tell you, right? I don't use the traditionals, so that's where we are. All right, going into my makeup. Top layer, I have my lip and cheeks. I don't know why. Bottom layer, I have my stuff. I'm going to use Saint Tropez on my under eyes because I pulled Frenchie out. That's why I have an empty spot, because I was doing a tutorial where I needed it. Okay, so I'm just grabbing Saint Tropez with my finger. Not a lot. It's a matte finish, and I'm putting it under my eye, but you can see how it turns it a shade. I really feel like my camera is picking up my stuff and making it worse. It's looking worse than it actually is, I promise. Wow. Look at that, man. Okay. So I use my finger to just put that Saint Tropez right there. If I feel like it needs more help, I'll demi it at the end, but I'm not doing it right now. All right, so I'm going to take my blend brush. I'm going to go into Aspen. I need to turn my AC even cooler. It is in this car. So I'm taking Aspen on the small end, and I am just going to feather this over all my discoloration here, just tapping it in. Now my car is warm. It's not melted, but they are warm. So if you're in a warm climate, be careful tapping into it because you'll pick up too much. All right, so we're going in. We're just muting down the redness. My rosacea really kicks up when I've done a workout, so we're doing that. All right, we're gonna go into, I know what I'm missing out of my palette. It's suede. Suede is missing too. So I'm gonna use my contour. So this is olive, and I'm just gonna put my olive around my hyperpigmentation, which is up here. I have it over on this side. It's very common to have all of your hyperpigmentation on the window side of your car that you're in all the time. But I'm just gonna use this to kind of camouflage that. I've adjusted all my mirrors in my car so that I can properly use them, because sometimes this, and I don't have a mirror on the bottom half, so we're just using all the mirrors, all of them. This one, this. Okay, so I do this side for balance. All right, next I'm gonna go in with, I'm gonna use the detail brush for almost all of my face. I'm gonna go into Athens because I've done pretty much all my correcting that I normally do. I wish I had a balm. I'm gonna take, my lips are super chapped. I am putting Maui on them because it's glossy and it hydrates. It's good. Everybody should have a little bit of Maui. Ooh. Okay, I'm excited. I love Renaissance for lip liner, and it's gonna go really good with what I just put on my lips that needs some help. All right, so going into Athens, now again, it's kind of warm in my car, so you can see it really picks it up. So I'm gonna go tap, 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 because I picked up way too much. I'm gonna flip it to the top mirror. I wish our mirrors were a little bigger in our palettes, but I'm taking what's on the brush and I'm going over all of my discoloration, and I'm going around the nose for the redness. I am stippling because I have pores and maturing skin, not mature skin, but it ain't 20. And I'm just gonna tap this out. I really feel like this lighting is, the sun is hitting a windshield that's hitting my face, but luckily she's leaving. Hot dog. So I'm just gonna press this in, and it just kind of melds it into your skin the way you want it to, getting a little more, and I'm gonna bring it up. I have a lot, I mean, you've seen it, a lot of discoloration going on my face. So I'm going to do my best here. I mean, it's makeup, not magic, but I don't like having super cakey makeup. So I'm just gonna smear this on. You gotta trust the process. If you're ever halfway through, I'm gonna tap between Athens and Versailles, and I'm gonna get this little hormonal breakout. Boom. There, that windshield left. How wonderful. Okay. Just getting that hormonal breakout. Super wonderful. All right. Trust the process. I only put my main highlight right down here. And I love pressing it into my face. Okay, we're gonna grab a little bit of Versailles here on the small end, and I'm gonna go right here in the middle, hit right here, and I'm gonna hit right here. I'm looking good. I'm gonna wait, well, I'm gonna blend this a little bit. Okay, I don't need to wait on this, but I'm gonna blend this out a little bit. Oops. There we go. Pressy, 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 press. But I like having my brightenings right there because, well, this is a high point. This is a high point, and it creates reflected light. But now I'm gonna go into olive contour, and I'm gonna go right here. So this is why I don't like putting my main highlight on my forehead. My forehead is typically a different color than the lower part of my face. It just is. It's always either a little bit dark. With some people, it's always darker. But anyways, so I put my main highlight down there, but when I put my contour on, and then I'm gonna grab a little bit of bronzer here and here, we're gonna blend it out. I get very self-conscious about people seeing me do my makeup in the car. All right, so I've put my contour up here, my bronzer over here. I'm gonna go to this small end, and we are gonna blend this out. So I'm gonna press this over my brows, and I'm just blending this out and down, and then I'm pushing it up towards that contour and that bronzer, flipping it and just using this big end here. And it comes together, and it creates a nice even skin tone. I don't have a mirror there. I'm so used, I can't believe I put this in backwards. Oh well. But it's good. All right, we are going to go into the contour again, and I am going to get my nose. So I always stamp it on either side. Need that mirror on this one. So I stamp it on either side because I like the base of my contour to be the main point of application is going on either side of my nose, but then I bridge it together here. I'm gonna grab a little bit more, and then I'm just gonna hit the tip just to square it off. I like to do that on my nose. That's how I like to shape my nose. I'm gonna pinch it, and I'm gonna go into my brightening, and I'm just gonna bring that down the middle. And then I'm gonna use my finger to blend it out. I like using the finger method right here just because it just melds it away and you have a little more control over it. And then I hit the edges again. All right, going into that contour again, and I'm gonna go right over, oops, I picked up a little bit of my brightening. That's okay. We're gonna grab it, and I'm gonna hit that above my natural shadow. I always pretty much just hug right at the bottom part of my cheekbone. But olive is I think olive is a really great color if you have something like me where you have a hyperpigmentation spot. Need to work on my brows a little bit more. But it's a really good camouflaging color. Is it gonna be perfect? No, it's makeup, imagine. But some days are better than others. We all know that. Good days and bad days. Anyways, okay, grabbing that contour again, and I'm just gonna get my jawline here, and then I'm pulling it down. Going in front of the earlobe and down the jawline, and then I blend it and I pull it down. I'm gonna switch to my fluffy brush on my blush and bronzer. I'm gonna grab a little bit of bronzer, and I am going to bronze my neck because, again, there's no color on your face that's the same color as what's right next to it. I mean, discoloration, freckles, scarring, rosacea, no under eye is one color. I mean, it's deeper in this corner and it just fades out. So that's why I like using a lip and cheek to correct, is because you can do demi, but it's $20-something for one demi color. You may need two because your under eye has a deeper point than another area. I think blushes work better. Sorry, guys. All right, I'm on my blush and bronzer. I'm gonna grab a little bit of bronzer, and I'm just gonna hit here. I don't know why I have this brush. I just kind of grabbed it. But I'm just gonna bounce this and smash it, and putting a little bit of bronzer on the high point of my cheekbones. That's what I like. And that's what I like. Okay, we're gonna switcheroo. Let's do blush. So I'm gonna do Saint Tropez. I only have two options, Saint Tropez and Pink Lemonade. Now, Pink Lemonade is tricky. Tricky, because I have all that funk on my cheek, and it's okay to not like something on your face. I don't know anybody who likes acne scarring, so don't tell me that I'm fine. I'm not fine. So Pink Lemonade, I'm being very careful because it has a sheen, because it's warm. I'm gonna have to keep this palette in my purse for the day. And then I'm gonna put it up here. And that is to keep it from pulling through all my stuff. I'm making sure I'm above that little puppy right there. It's not gonna be perfect today. I don't have suede. Suede works so much better than anything else, but I'm pressing in on the Pink Lemonade first, and then I'm bringing it down to Saint Tropez. And I'm a big fan of Pink Lemonade. It's going to actually be my lip color that I'm going to put on in just a minute. But pressing that in, I'm not going to lie, I love doing my makeup when it's warm because it just goes on my skin so good. Not going to lie though, I need a little bit of setting powder because I'm oily, so I'm going to press that on right now. Sometimes I do this before my blush, but I'm oily, and I forgot to prep, so whatever. All right, blend brush, going into Versailles. We're going to do the under eyes right now. I have that Saint Tropez. Look at how much better this looks, okay? I mean, this looks better. All right, I'm going to go right here and right here. So you can really see where I hit with my brightening, but I get that outer corner, and then I'm going to get this. I'm going to press this punchy color right up into that inner corner, and then I'm going to press it out. But I really focus this on my orbital bone because this soft tissue area is soft tissue. So that means it's textury. No matter what, you could be 18, you're gonna create texture there. If you put too much product, it's gonna get crepey. You're gonna look crepey. I go under my trough. You can't miss that. And then out here, that's a lot. So I'm gonna put some on my hand. But I'm gonna blend this guy out first, and then I'm gonna go here and again push it up. And if you need to add more, beep, grab a little and add a little more. But be very careful on that soft tissue, because it's soft tissue. You can, I mean, come on. I don't know. This part of my arm is not, it's nice. This is where my nice skin is. I can make it texture if I want to, because skin is a texture. So anytime you pile anything on, it's going to accentuate that texture. I don't care. But this is good stuff. Okay. I don't need to demi anything. Maybe I do. Okay, I'm going to go in. I'm just going to... Do I have a demi brush in here? Do I? I do! A spot brush. I'm going to grab a little bit. It's creamy. I'm going to hit right there. This point right here is dark on me, and this is going to be better than adding a shimmer. Look at how it just brightened that right up. Bunk, bunk. That's good stuff. This is Y01. Okay, I share my colors. That does not mean it's your color, especially okay, want to hear a pet peeve? I hate when people say especially. Nails on a chalkboard. Especially is not a word. It's especially. Not especially. Oh, anyway, all right. The things you didn't care to know about me. All right, I don't have a brush to line my lips. Sugar. I'm gonna use my spot brush, and I'm gonna go into Renaissance. Going into Renaissance with the spot brush because, well, we have no other option. And I'm gonna line my lips. Ooh. Hold on. I'm gonna grab a little bit of my contour, give myself a soul patch right here, and I'm just gonna tap it out. Not super important up here, but right here, I can't live without it. I cannot live without contouring under here. Just make it dirty, okay? Make it flippin' dirty. Nobody cares. Okay, taking that spot brush with Renaissance. I need my mirror. And we're gonna try lining. This is a loosey-goosey brush. Preferably, I would use the multitasker brush, but that is not available. I used to love stealing, and I felt so elegant, and I have it somewhere because I properly stole this from my mother. Is a retractable lip brush, and it was in a gold. I don't even know the brand because it's so old. I mean, this thing was from the 80s, maybe even the 70s. I'm trying to think of how old she was. Definitely the 80s. And maybe the 70s. I loved it. It's beautiful, and I properly stole it, just like I properly stole her good tweezers, and still have them today. And if you're watching this, Mom, you can't have it back. I should get that for this little bag. But I'm just lining. It's hard. This is a long brush for lip lining. But, okay. I'm going to smush the outer corners. And then I'm going to use my finger, and I'm going to grab pink lemon. I'm dabbing because, boy howdy. And we're going to go over it. Okay. Stay with me. I like a good lip color. I'm not punchy anywhere else with my lip colors. That's good, okay? That is okay, I was saying this the other day on my swatching tutorial. Oh, I don't have a cleaning tile? Oh, wait, I do. I'm going to use my cleaning towel right here. I can't pick a favorite out of the quarter 2 shades. If you were to not get a color, I would say cotton candy. But the rest of them, get them. Get them, get them, get them, get them, get them. I have to keep this in my purse. This is getting ridiculous. These are going to melt if I keep them in my car. I'm going to grab a little bit of Maui, and I'm just going to hydrate. If you're using a satin color, I mean, some melt faster than others. I mean, formulas. I mean, look at that. This is a gloss. This is a satin, but there's a sheen to it. But these are also a satin. But they're definitely more dense. So not shiny. But when you put them on as a lip color, it can accentuate your lip texture, because again, skin's a texture. So putting something like a balm on top or Maui on top. Maui looks good on top of everything. Renaissance is hands down. I use MAC Half Red as my lip liner. Renaissance has replaced it. It is good. It can be super moody. It can be toned down. It's so, if you want a natural flushness to your lips where it looks like it's kind of naturally flush, take Renaissance and take the balm, and you can work them together. I like to line it and then add the balm and then blend them together. Good. It's good. That's my opinion. But I love Renaissance with pink lemonade. I put Maui on top of everything. I love Rosewood with Frenchie on my cheeks. It's just not in this palette. I love all the colors. I genuinely do. Cotton candy, probably not. So I guess that's it. So anyways, that's where I'm going to leave it. I am done. I need to set it. Let's set it. Okay. All right. Okay. I'm using the Professional. I hate the sprayer. I'm actually going to do something else too. Okay. I hate the flippin' sprayer. It's too misty for me. I need it to like pack a punch. I'm going to take my fluffy brush on my blush and bronzer. I'm grabbing more setting powder because it's hot. This brush feels hot, but this is what I like to do. I'm going to add some more because I can. I like that. I like that a lot. Okay, do I have mascara? You never know what I'm going to find in these little bags. Ooh, let's put on a lower lash liner, and I'm going to grab, I just felt it. There it is. These poor brows probably need a good, I don't know, micro needling, but that scares the out of me. All right, this is Big Ego by Tarte. I like the brush. And I'm just going to hit my lower lash line with it. Boom. Lower lash line. Boom. Okay. All right. That's it. Now my makeup's on. I'm neutral city, but man, I like a good, this is good. This is good stuff. This is makeup, not magic. Makeup will always look like makeup, but make sure it looks like good makeup because I'm just gonna leave it there. I don't like doing comparison tutorials because I know I'm gonna like Seint more, but here, I know I'm gonna like Seint more. So it's hard to do a comparison. So I don't like the idea of doing it, but maybe I could talk about what the differences are of why I like things and zoom in. So I could do that. I'll work on it. Maybe I'll do a live. I don't know. Okay, that's it. I need to go shop. I need to go eat. I need to go to a reading group. Have a great day.